We're here today with Ombersley Golf Club course manager Andrew Halfpenny. Andrew, thank you for your time. Bit of an interesting story with you about how you actually got into greenkeeping and golf course management. Would you like to just give us the start point for your career?
Well, started here on the agricultural side in 1976, straight from school. Spent the first 15 years or so on the farm, working on this site, growing mainly market gardening. Then in 1989, got the opportunity to go to college and be retrained on the amenity side, and that's what I've done ever since.
So you started off with the same owners, they had a farm, and they then decided to build this into a golf course, part of the farm, yeah?
Yep.
So you're in from the start. That must have been a really interesting challenge. How involved were you in the development and perhaps the design?
Well, we sat down around the table with the architect, got the initial plans together, and then started the build in late 1989. And then I went to college at Rees Heath up in Cheshire to be trained up to learn all about the day-to-day running of it, but at the same time building the golf course.
So really rewarding experience, I'm sure. And you've been here, what, 25 years now?
Well, I've been on the golf course for 25 years, but with the company nearly 40 years.
So how has the course matured and developed in that 25 years since you put your first seed in or your first sod?
Right. The course has really matured. I mean, especially the trees. We planted them all from scratch because we started with a bare site. Hardly any hedgerows. So we had to plant the trees really close initially, and then about 10 years on from there we got a tree spade in and spread a lot of those trees down the fairways, and that's what gives the course a lot of the character now.
And we've been hearing from some of the members at how wonderful they think the facilities are here, the course in particular. Obviously, this being a pay and play course, it's very much driven about the members and what they need. How much does that impact on how you do your job day to day?
Well, our main goal is for 364 days of the year golf. And last year we achieved that on the greens. We didn't come off the greens once. We didn't have one day closed, which they find fantastic. We've even got people that join here just for the winter membership because they know they can get a game.
To support you, you've obviously got a team of guys around you. What sort of size team did you start off with when you first started to develop the course?
Oh, crikey, initially it was a very small team with very little experience. Some of the members are still with me now, especially my mechanic. He came here in 1981 just to help us put the irrigation in, and he's still here. So
okay.
That's pretty good.
So you two stay together.
Yeah.
Sounds like a happy marriage. We won't tell your wife, don't worry. So the size of team you've now got 25 years later, how many of you now?
There's 7 of us at the moment.
7 of us now.
Yeah,
okay.
with a mechanic, and most of the workforce now is a younger workforce compared to what it was years ago.
We've met one of your apprentices. Have most of those come through apprenticeships with you, or?
No, Luke's the only one that's come through the apprenticeship scheme. All the rest mainly have come from an agricultural background.
Right, okay, similar to yourself.
Yeah, they seem to have the right attitude.
Right, okay, and that's important. You want the right kind of character.
Well, yeah, because even though it's a golf course, at the end of the day, I would view it, you're still growing a crop, i.e. grass.
So, Andrew, over the last few years, it's been a tough economic climate. Golf industry in particular has suffered. Has that caused any difficulties for you? Put any constraints on how you can do your job?
No constraints. We try and give the golfer what they want, and by playing on the greens 364 days of the year, no days closed, no trolley bans, running buggies 364 days. We give them what they want. At the end of the day, it is a business. And that takes an investment in both kit, I presume. Yes, yeah. And time and effort. Yeah. The directors have been very good and always invested in the course, quite rightly so. Andrew, a massive challenge and I'm sure a wonderful experience building a facility like this from scratch. I'm sure there have been other challenges that have cropped up through the 25 years. Anything in particular that would stand out? Nothing in particular, but I find every day working on the golf course is a challenge, keeping it open through the winter, keeping it to a good standard, especially in the winter for winter golf.
Andrew, another challenge that is constant with any golf course is irrigation. You've got an interesting approach to this. You just want to tell us a little bit about that?
Well, we've in 1996 we built a 3 million gallon winter storage reservoir which supplies water for the course. It's 1.2 miles away.
So it's not actually on the course
itself? No,
itself?
it's not actually on the course. It's on some of the farmland adjacent to the golf club. As I say, it's 1.2 miles away, and we have to pump it about 200 foot up as well. But with that water, we're completely self-sufficient in water. We've got no restriction through the summer whatsoever.
So that investment, and I'm sure it was a hefty investment, has really paid off.
Very, very much so.
Okay.
Very much so, because this land being a sandy loam, it's great for winter golf, but it does dry out very quickly in the summer.
Andrew, in your career to date, which has spanned agriculture and now professional greenkeeping, has there been any one individual or any organisation or anything that's been a particular influence on you?
No, I can't think of one in particular. I tend to be my own mentor.
So almost self-taught?
Self-taught, yeah.
Self-motivated, self-managed?
Yeah, and you keep learning.
Okay, and I guess the motivation you've got, having been here from the start, is that you've built this you want to keep it developing.
Very much so.
Keep it right up there.
Keep it going.
That's great. Well, we have one final question, and we ask this of all the people we interview. If you feel uncomfortable, you don't have to answer. Andrew, who looks after the grass at home?
Oh, that's myself.
You do?
I'm one of my daughters.
And what do you cut it with?
Oh, yeah, well, I'm afraid to say it's a John Deere.
Okay, Andrew, I'm sure John Deere will be delighted with that.
Thank you very much.
Good to speak to you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.